Told you so. What's up, my people? A little late to the party, but it's all good. Hey, Dana White dropped us a bomb the other day, and he announced Robert Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev, UFC, Saudi Arabia, June 22nd. He also said this is a #1 contender fight. Winner faces either Dricus du Plessis or Israel Adesanya, which I will be making a video about that. Now, for all the Sean Strickland crybabies, that means if DDP loses, he doesn't get a rematch. Same thing for Sean. Sean with 0 title defenses. Why does he need an immediate rematch? It was a good fight, and I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see the rematch, but sorry, Izzy has done more. Izzy, I mean, the accolades of Izzy. I think he's like 104-9 in his combat record in all kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, boxing, all of that. He also ran the division for 5 years, so you gotta respect that. Also, Sean Strickland didn't really deserve the title shot in the first place. I've been saying this for a while. He didn't really deserve the title shot in the first place. He lost to Jared Cannonier, beat 2 guys who barely even ranked, and then he was a replacement. You know, so I don't really put too much stock in his title run. What he did was amazing. He dog walked Izzy for 5 straight rounds. Izzy couldn't even win a round off of him, and it was great. Great performance, but to say that you deserve an immediate rematch, it's a stretch. And now the guy who doesn't need a title, and it was never about the title, and he was doing it for us.
This sport, this belt means nothing. This sport's the only thing that makes me happy in life.
Now all of a sudden he's ready to go box, or because he doesn't want to climb the ladder again. Whatever that means. Anyway, this is Khamzat's first fight against a real middleweight. He fought Kamaru Usman at middleweight, but Kamaru Usman is a welterweight. He's used to fighting at 170. He's used to cutting weight down to 170. His body is, he's a 170. He has a 170 frame, even though he's huge. He had a lot of mass on him against that Khamzat fight, and you can really see it. He was slow, a little sluggish, and not like Kamaru Usman was just a lightning fast striker, but he was a little sluggish in that fight. Robert Whittaker, he's a middleweight. He's been a middleweight for years. His body's accustomed to middleweight. He's accustomed to fighting at middleweight. His gas tank, everything is accustomed to middleweight. He walks around at like 216 pounds. I saw on the Mighty Cast with Demetrius Johnson. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he fares against a real middleweight. But Khamzat Chimaev, we know he has the power. We know he has the wrestling. And in the first, I'll say 6.5 minutes of a fight, he's a problem. You know, it's like his power's +10, his strength's +10, his wrestling's +10. He's just going for it, right? But this is a 5-round fight. This is his first 5-round fight. And we saw when he was fighting Kamaru Usman, the way that fight was going. Yes, he had a broken hand, but throw the other hand, throw a kick, grab. You know what I'm saying? He was fatigued, right? And we saw the way that fight was going. Kamaru Usman was probably on his way to winning that fight if it was 5 rounds. Lucky for Khamzat, it wasn't 5 rounds. Khamzat is made for 3 rounds. You know, he's just going out there, violence, caution to the wind. It's just the way he's going to fight. Bobby Knuckles, though, has legit 5-round experience. We've seen him go all 5 rounds, 5 hard rounds, competitive rounds, championship mindset, championship mentality. He's been there before. He's battle-tested. This is Khamzat's first time in that light. Now, we've seen Khamzat Chimaev go to war. We've seen him go to war against Gilbert Burns, and that's how you have to fight fire with Khamzat. You know, well, you used to have to in a 3-round fight, but I don't know if you have to fight fire with Khamzat anymore. I think the blueprint to be Khamzat is let him gas himself out and just walk away with them in the latter rounds. And Robert Whittaker is going to bring a war like Gilbert Burns. Robert Whittaker is not going to just get ragdolled. Maybe the first round. I mean, he did it to Kamaru. Kamaru Usman has been taken down 1 time in his career. He was taken down 4 times against Khamzat Chimaev in 3 rounds. So, will his 4 hit the ground? Absolutely. It's all about, can Robert Whittaker weather the storm? Can Robert Whittaker not get submitted? And I'm pretty confident in his submission defense. It's not like Khamzat Chimaev has crazy jiu-jitsu. It's just the wrestling. Chain wrestling. He's good at setting traps on the ground. He's good at just following your momentum. Wherever you go, I'm going to go until you gas. And that's just how it is. Maybe we see a more reserved Khamzat Chimaev. I don't think we do, because that's just not who he is. That's just not who he is. It's kind of like Michael Chandler. You know, Michael Chandler, for the first round, he's going to come out there, he's just going to explode. You know, Conor McGregor's going to come out there, first round, he's going to explode. And if that hurts them in the later half of the fight, they'll deal with it because they know their chances of finishing the fight early are at an all-time high whenever they're in the octagon. Another thing I want to point out, Khamzat Chimaev tends to be a little bit injury prone. Excuse me. And when he is hurt and he is injured, it hurts his activity. He's not very active in the fights. It's almost like, can we just get this over with? I feel like I've done enough type of mentality. I mean, I can very well see this fight halfway in the second round, Robert Whittaker is just starting to walk away. Now, the one thing, we see Robert Whittaker get hurt. We've seen him get hurt in every single one of his fights recently. And it's like, man, is his chin deteriorating? But he took a crazy kick from Paulo Costa. We know Drake Duplessis has crazy power. But he dropped him with a jab. And DDP was hitting Sean. And Sean was kind of eating him. But then Sean does a great job of rolling with the punches, deflecting punches. So I'm not really sure how much of those landed flush. I've only rewatched the fight one time, and that was a while ago. I do think DDP won that fight, though. But yeah, that's my initial thoughts on the fight. I'm not going to give y'all a prediction too early. We're going to wait till that time comes. But I think this is a great fight. A fight night that has a great main event. A pay-per-view main event. I mean, this is a pay-per-view main card caliber fight. This is a pay-per-view co-main event caliber of a fight. All this fight is missing is somebody to have a title over their shoulder, and this can be the solo focus of a card by itself. So, great fight by Dana. I appreciate the Dana Bomb. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, and there will be a next time, it's been Cam saying check you later. Told you so.